Hello and welcome. I'm Taggart Hauk and you're watching a TempleUpdate.com exclusive. Temple student government elections are upon us and we have all the information you need as you get ready to cast your ballot. But before we take a look at connecting to you and activate to you, let's take a look back at the current administration and their accomplishments from this past year in office. Empowered to You, consisting of President Aaron Cohen, Vice President of Services Kelly Dawson, and Vice President of External Affairs Jai Singletary, was sworn in a year ago and has made great strides toward creating an inclusive environment on campus. Our Darian Knudsen has a look back at the achievements of the Empowered to You administration.
Here in the Student Center lies the home of our student government team, Empowered TU. I had a chance to catch up with some of the team's representatives and hear their opinion on the year, looking back.
Overall, it's been a satisfying year. I think it went overall quite well.
For TSG President Aaron Cohen, this year was a memorable one. After winning last year's TSG election, his Empowered TU administration took office.
I think people have worked tirelessly. They spend many hours in this office. Students outside will usually ask about what TSG does, and a lot of the stuff is the work that's in the dark, if you will.
We were able to accomplish additional things along the way that weren't necessarily on our platform, but just realizing that we were able to do everything we set out to do was really a proud moment for all of us.
That everything included reinstating a parliament in TSG, a 37-student legislative branch.
It's important to get those different perspectives in the room.
But after just a 3.4% voter turnout, it didn't hold its first session until the beginning of the spring semester.
I definitely think it's still in its growing phase. We've learned a lot this semester, and there's a lot of things that went well, and there's a few things that we want to tweak.
They also shared words of wisdom for the incoming administration.
Keep up with Parliament, but also I encourage them to modify Parliament because I think every TSG administration needs to get better than the last.
Relax and speak to the students. When you take a step back, we're here to, represent the student body, and that's not just an opportunity, but it's an obligation and a position of trust.
Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Darian Knudsen.
Now, as a new administration prepares to take over the reins of TSG, Connecting to You and Activate to You are vying for your vote. Just 4,112 students voted in last year's election. That's less than 13% of Temple's student body. Those numbers had campaigns out in full force to earn students' votes. Sierra Gintz sat down with Activate TU to learn a little bit about their platform and what issues they plan to focus on. Now, Sierra, what did you find?
Sure. So Activate TU has close ties to organizations across campus. But outside campus, the team says it wants to extend that spirit of inclusion. They've even weighed in against a potential football stadium if it disrupts the local community.
If we create more space where more people feel comfortable representing their experience on Temple, we can improve their whole experience as a Temple student, and ultimately that would enhance inclusion.
It's a common theme from Activate TU, inclusion. But that's not all. Community relations, safety, and presence. 3 major platforms fueling members of Activate TU.
We really want to be vocal about making sure that this stadium does not displace arguably the thousands of people that it could affect in the North Philadelphia community.
The leader at the helm is Tyrell Mann Barnes, an English and biology major. That's not typically a political background, but
When I first stepped foot on this campus freshman year, I knew that I wanted to be on a platform where I can make change.
Libby Hofler is president of Student Activists Against Sexual Assault, where Tyrell Mann Barnes is vice president.
He can really make good on all of the promises that he's made for TSG.
He, along with the organization, planned Walk TU, a campus walk to raise awareness for sexual violence.
When we do this walk throughout campus, realize how powerful you are and how you can do a lot to really engage everyone to make sure that we eradicate the perpetuation of rape culture on our campus.
We want to make sure that we are consistently present. And I think a great benefit of that is a lot of us have been present in other ways before Temple Student Government. And, we don't plan to leave those organizations. We don't plan to, neglect those spaces.
One thing that we're really trying to push forward is being your best self, being yourself, because there are so many different types of Temple students, and you can be yourself and still thrive and be successful.
Tyrell and his team are hopeful those organization connections will pay off during election time. He says he and other members of the team promise to remain present and approachable for all students here on campus.
Great to know about that campaign, Sierra. Thanks again for that piece.
Sure.
Our Hannah McCumsey also hit the campaign trail these last 2 weeks with Connecting to You. Hello, Hannah.
Hey, Tag.
So tell us a little bit about Connecting to You.
So Connecting to You's platform has three main tenets: responding to student need, building a sustainable future, and enhancing the overall Temple experience. But what exactly does that mean? I sat down with members of the team to find out just what they plan to do if elected.
At this point in my college career, it is the best possible time to be running for this position.
Ari Abramson is a junior running for Temple Student Government President. He and his team, called Connecting to You, are looking to represent Temple's student body.
I've accumulated a lot of ideas, and I've spoken to a lot of students to determine where the need really is on campus. And so for the past 6 months, I've been working with my incredible team to formulate a plan and a platform of how we're going to address each of these concerns and how we can ultimately best serve the student body in office next year.
Connecting to You's platform includes several initiatives to respond to student need, including supporting and developing resources for survivors of sexual assault.
The Women Organized Against Rape and Temple University recently partnered together. We want to work with the Women Organized Against Rape Center to help promote them. At orientation, all students should have that 24/7 hotline number.
Connecting to You is also looking to help reduce the financial strain many students at Temple face through implementing new programs.
Going to college has a particular financial stress. And so there are a lot of issues on our platform that we really want to push for, such as the textbook affordability project, and alleviating any financial difficulty that we can for students is really important.
While Connecting to You is looking to make changes to student government, they plan to uphold the parliament system that was put in place by the previous administration.
An initiative that Temple Student Government implemented this year is the Parliament Initiative, where there is a legislative branch in addition to an executive branch. This is important to ensure that more students have a voice in the ongoings of Temple Student Government, and I believe that it is critical that we build and sustain the Parliament and make sure that the students who are on it have the right resources that they need to succeed and make a real change during their term.
Now, Connecting to You has made relationships with many organizations here on campus, and they're hoping that these relationships will help increase voter turnout come election time.
Thanks, Hannah. Always great to see you.
Thanks, Tag.
All right. Now that you know a little bit more about each campaign, you can cast your ballot at uvote.temple.edu beginning on April 4th and ending on April 5th at midnight. Results will be announced on Thursday, April 6th, and we, of course, will have your full coverage of the announcement both on our social media and our live edition of Temple Update on Thursday at 10 a.m. Until then, I'm Taggart Houck. Thanks for joining us.